Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time watching. So today we are back with something a little bit more nostalgic. We are back with another Sims 1 build, and I know I've done a few Sims 1 builds here on the channel, especially right after they were released on the EA app. But yeah, I am feeling a little bit more nostalgic, and I actually found that I had this build along with two other, I believe, Sims 1 builds sitting in a folder on my desktop, and I really wanted to share them because I absolutely love the way these builds turned out, especially this one. So I figured, why not share it? It is also kind of fitting. Where I live, we are currently going into summer, and you know, this is a tropical beach hotel, as the name and the screen clearly shows. So yeah, I figured it would be fitting. We also recently-ish, I say, because it's been like, what, almost a month since the pack released. But we got the Adventure Awaits expansion pack for The Sims 4. And that is kind of like, it's not necessarily a vacation pack, but you can make like summer camps and stuff like that. So I figured, you know, it's not the same thing, but it's somewhat similar in like similar vibes, I guess you would say. So yeah, we're building a hotel, and this has always been something that I've really loved about The Sims 1, is the hotel and like vacation system. Yes, it's not nearly as in depth as like The Sims 4 or even The Sims 2. I love The Sims 2 vacations. Like, I really need to build some sort of vacation-ish build. If that, I don't know if that's going to be a hotel or like bungalows. Ooh, bungalows could be fun. As you guys can see, I am a little bit tired. I didn't sleep a lot last night. I've been up since super early for church and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm a little bit loopy at the moment because I'm so tired, which means that you get to sit through the wonderful experience of me rambling and like talking about 100 random things because they pop into my head. But I'm literally making myself laugh, which is just hilarious to me. I was talking about building like vacation stuff. But yeah, I really should build some sort of like vacation. I've done a bunch of vacation builds in The Sims 4 before, like a bunch of rentals and things like that. But I really should do one in The Sims 2 because I love the vacation system in The Sims 2. Okay, so like Bon Voyage from The Sims 2 is probably my favorite pack from The Sims 2. Might be tied with Open for Business and Free Time, but yeah, Bon Voyage, one of my favorites. And for The Sims 1, Vacation was also one of my absolute favorite packs when the first time I played it. I know making magic, like everyone always freaks out about making magic for The Sims 1. And yes, I am obsessed with that pack. It is one of the most iconic Sims packs ever. But like the Vacation pack was one of the first, I believe it was on one of the first experiences we had with having Sims actually leave like the neighborhood. If I'm remembering correctly, I think Hot Date might have been the first pack that did that, where they had like a completely separate town kind of that your Sims could go to. I can't remember the like release order of which pack came out first, but I know that I loved Vacation because the world for the Vacation pack has like 3 separate areas. So we have like a beach area with 3 lots. We have a kind of like mountainy woodland area that's all like log cabins and, you know, more green, things like that. And then there's a snowy area that's kind of like mountaintop basically. So there's all like snow. It's kind of like a ski lodge type vibe. And there's 3 lots as well. So I like the fact that, you know, there's different areas all in the same world, and it kind of like leads up. You know, you have the beach at like sea level in my brain, then you have like a little bit further up a mountain, you have like the lodge area, and then a little bit further up we have like the, I guess, snowy lodge area, which, or like I guess the middle part would be like camping or like something like that. But I really like this, it's not that, I don't want to say world, because in The Sims 1 it works a little bit differently, and it might confuse people if they're not familiar with The Sims 1, but I love this pack, let's put it that way. And I love the way that the system works, where you have like, you can have a bunch of different activities on a lot, you can have like shopping and things like that. So this, like this build, like this hotel has, I believe if I'm remembering correctly, it has 5 rooms, and they are set up differently. All of them are a little bit different. The 2 ones on the bottom are a little bit more on the, I guess you would say, more budgets, not budget side, but they don't have their own like lounge area. It's basically just, they all have their own bathrooms, but the 2 on the bottom, they're just double beds with a little seating area and, you know, all of that stuff that you would need. And then the second floor ones, they're a little bit different. They're a little bit more, I guess, luxury in a sense, where they have seating area, like they have their own little like lounge space with TVs. I believe one of them is just a double bed, but the other one has a double bed and a single bed, I believe, if you come here with your kids, obviously, because the lot is set up to have space for kids. If you want to bring your children, they're like on the vacation, then you can do that. So one of the rooms has like a double bed and a single bed, and then the other bedroom has, I believe, a double bed and 2 single beds, but they're kind of like split up. So we have like the main room, and then we have like a bedroom for like the double bed. So it's kind of like, it's more of a suite more than just like a hotel room, if that makes sense. And they all have their own bathrooms and everything like that. And I believe they also, all of them have pet beds in them, because I wanted this to be pet friendly. And I am like 90% sure that you can bring your Sims here with pets. The household that I tested this out with, unfortunately I forgot to give them a pet, so I didn't test this out with a pet, but I did play test it. And I did come across a couple of oopsies that I made, like with the register in this gift shop, because yes, this lot does have a gift shop because it's a vacation place, so like of course it would have a gift shop. So yeah, we have a little gift shop over here in the corner. And then that main like big open space in the middle is the check-in, as well as the kind of like buffet area. So there's a buffet table and eating like seating spaces for eating and things like that. But the cash register that I put in this gift shop, I actually put it in the corner, and Sims can't get there, so the cashier couldn't access the like cashier like thing. So I changed that off camera. And then also the check-in desk, I actually put it like the wrong way around. So yeah, it's kind of just like an oopsie on my part that I noticed when I playtested it. And honestly, I don't know why I'm pointing this out, because it won't matter to you guys, because you cannot download this. The Sims 1, as far as I am aware, if you know of a way to do this, let me know. But as far as I am aware, there is no way for me to share any of these Sims 1 builds that I do, like in a way where you guys can download them. I don't believe there's any way like with The Sims 2 where you can, you know, you can still get your tray files and then upload them for people to download and put in their builds or in their games. I don't believe there's any way of doing that for The Sims 1, because yeah, when The Sims 1 came out, when The Sims 1 came out in 2000, I was 3. So I was turning 3. But I started playing it when I was 7, in like 2004. And back then, we did not have the internet. And obviously, I was 7, so I had no idea if there was like people downloading or building or things like that. So, and since then, obviously, I haven't really played The Sims 1 in like a online form like this, where I'm sharing stuff about it and talking to people about it. So community wise, I have no idea what you can actually do with this game. Like, I believe there is a way to mod it if I really tried. I believe I saw something about that somewhere. So like modding it and getting CC for it, I think is a thing. Maybe. I don't even know, like I haven't even looked into that. So I have no idea if I can upload tray files for this somehow, or save files for this. I honestly, completely over my head. But if there is a way to do that, if you guys know that, I'm not saying that I will do it for all of my builds, because I don't really know how many people would care about having these things like downloadable. But if there is a way to do that, then let me know, just for like curiosity's sake, because I am interested in figuring that out. So if you know of a way to do that, or have a link to like an article or a video or whatever explaining it, then yeah, let me know, because that is something that I kind of still like. I just want to know how to do that, if it is possible. Even if I never make use of it, it's just knowledge that I would like to have. But in any case, I will give you guys a tour of this at the end, so that, you know, I'll show you. Obviously, I'll give you a tour of it, and I'll show you like a picture of kind of like the floor plan, or as close to the floor plan as I can get, because I don't think we can do like top-down views. We might be able to. If we can, I'll kind of try and like, obviously because The Sims 1 is so old, it's the first Sims game, the camera isn't like, you know, it's not a free movement camera like The Sims 3 is, or The Sims 4. You have like an isometric camera, so you have 4 sides that you basically can view a build, or can view the screen from 4 set points, like set camera points. So it's, like I said, it's an isometric kind of thing. So building, when you're used to playing the newer Sims games, even The Sims 2 obviously, and you have access to like the free movement camera, going back to The Sims 1 is always such a trip, because you keep expecting, like when you hold like the hotkeys and things like that, you keep expecting to like gradually move, and then suddenly you just like snap around to like those preset points for like rotating. And it's always hilarious. It always takes me like a couple of minutes to just like remember, like, oh, this is how the game works, and getting used to it. But yeah, so I will show you guys the build at the end, and I'll show you as much of like in detail of the floor plan as I can, in case you want to recreate this build, because that is the only way that I can think of that you might find a use for this, apart from just, you know, entertainment as I build it. Because I know for some people it is just fun to watch a speed build, or to watch a YouTube video, even if you don't play the game. I do that myself sometimes, where I will watch simmers, and I will watch speed builds that I never actually download the build. It's just fun watching it. And, you know, maybe it'll inspire me for a build later at some point, or maybe I watch other games that I will never play myself, that I just enjoy watching. So yeah, but if you do want to recreate it, then I will try and give you as much of like a view of the floor plan as I can, to make it as easy as possible. But yeah, so we have moved on to the rooms. We've already done the 2 bottom ones, and like I said, the 2 bottom ones are a little bit smaller. We've also done the 2 bigger ones on the upstairs that have like the kids' bedroom areas as well, or like the kids' beds. And now we've moved on to the last one. And like I said, they all have their own bathrooms, they all have pet beds in them, because like I said, wanted to make it pet friendly. There is also kind of like a rec room type space upstairs, where I have like a couple of slot machines, I have a billiards table, like a pool table, and just some fun like arcade machines, things like that, things to keep people entertained. There's also an upstairs like little dining, not really dining space, but I believe I put a grill out there, and there's also like the smoothie station where your Sims can buy smoothies and sit outside. There's also obviously very clearly the boardwalk area that I absolutely love. That's one of my favorite parts about this build, is that boardwalk area. And the original build that is here, if you just start a new game, has a kind of boardwalk space like that, very similar to that. It's a little bit bigger, it spans like the whole length of the lot, but it doesn't have all of those games or anything like that. So I wanted to compact it a little bit more, to just make use of the space a little bit better, because I wanted to add a pool, I wanted to have hot tubs, I wanted to add the volleyball net, and then I found those like umbrellas as well. The 2 blue ones are actually for having picnics, and the 2 other ones your Sims will just sit at. So, you know, they do have a purpose. They're not just decorative. Your Sims can interact with them. But yeah, I love the boardwalk. I love the outside of this build. Like, everything that you can do outside is like, it's really, like, there's a lot to do. Your Sims can come here for a couple of days and keep themselves busy, basically. So yeah, that is basically it for this build, you guys. I'm going to be adding a couple of details to the outside, to that little like walkway area. I add some of these awning type things above the doors just for a little bit of decoration, and above some awnings above the windows and things like that. But with all of that said, let's go on ahead and jump on into the game and take a proper look at this, and I will show you around a little bit better. Okay, so here we are with the finished build, and as you can see, this is our big hotel. And I keep wanting to rotate the camera with my mouse, and it does not work like that. So yeah, this is what I mean by the isometric view, because you can only rotate it for like 4 separate directions. Like, you can only view it from 4 separate angles, basically. But yeah, so this is our build. Let me zoom in. You can also only zoom in like twice. So like, there's only 3 like zoom levels, basically. But yeah, so this is our hotel. So obviously this is the main building. It's so confusing to like move. I'm used to like The Sims 4 at this point, so like going back and like doing this. So yeah, this is our little like backyard. It's not a backyard. It's a hotel. But this is the outside area. I kind of want to like zoom out just to see a little bit more of it. Otherwise, it feels like it's so big when you zoom in, because the lot is so big. But yeah, so this is the little outside space. Obviously we have a big pool, we have some seating over there, we have a little like volleyball net, and then of course we have our like boardwalk area that Sims can enjoy and have fun at. We also have the outside dining, not dining but like kind of dining. You can order a drink over there. It's not a smoothie, it's not a smoothie thing, it's a bar. Okay, yeah, so you can have like a drink over there. But that is basically the entire like outdoor space. So let me just rotate the camera because I built it from this angle. So yeah, coming inside, let me put the walls in like cutaway mode. But yeah, so coming in, we have our little check-in space. We have a buffet area where Sims can get some food. We also have a kind of like public bathroom space where I put in some litter boxes, as well as a little bathing station for pets. If you have like a dog here, then they can come bathe there. The cats can use the litter boxes. And then obviously we also have some public toilets and things like that. We have the gift shop over here at the bottom that you can access from both outside and inside. We have postcards, we have like toys that they can buy. They can buy like masks and swimsuits as well for the like adults and for kids. There's also some changing rooms. There's space for them to buy like chocolates and like magazines and all of that fun stuff. There's even flowers outside they can buy. So yeah, it's like a fully stocked gift shop. Now, going to the rooms downstairs, we do have a couple of rooms. We have these two. They're basically exactly the same. They're just kind of like mirrored, obviously. So it's just the bed, dresser, pet bed, and a little like seating area. And then obviously they do have their own bathrooms. And then going upstairs, we have our kind of like entertainment rec room type thing. So they have a pool table, they have like a vending machine, they have slot machines, like, you know, game, like, what do you call them? Like, I just said the word in the voiceover. not like gaming machines. What are they? I know that's a pinball machine, but those are whatever they are. My brain is like not working right now. They also have foosball. They have a little like stereo if they want to dance, some seating, things like that. Just a fun, fun space for Sims to hang out. And then we have our bigger bedrooms. So obviously we have the first bedroom that has a couple of beds. They actually have like, what, 4 beds? Yeah, 4 spaces for Sims to sleep. So they have like a little main bedroom area for the parents, I guess, and then 2 kids' beds. We have a little cat tree for them. They also have a little bit of a bigger bathroom. The bathrooms downstairs only have showers, but the ones upstairs all have bathtubs. I think they all have bathtubs, or like 2 of them have bathtubs. The 2 of them with like kids' beds have bathtubs. But yeah, they also have a little bit of a bigger not living space, but yeah, seating area kind of, so that like they have some toys, they have a TV, all of that stuff. And then this like angle thing is really throwing me off. But yeah, so this is the second upstairs bedroom. It only has 3 beds, or like 3 spots in them, 2 beds, 1 kid's bed, obviously parents' bed, little like seating area, a little bit smaller than the other one obviously. And then their bathroom is also a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, no, they all 3 have baths. Yeah, they all 3 have baths. Yep, they all 3 have them. See? Angles. And then the last room is one that is just for a couple or a single sim, whatever you want, but they also have their own like seating area, bathroom, all of that fun stuff. But that is basically it for this build, you guys. I mean, like I said, there's a lot going on, but this is the, I guess you would say, floor plan. I can't show you like a top-down view, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware. I don't think I can. So yeah, this is the closest I can get to a floor plan. But yeah, I'm gonna show you with walls down, also with the walls up. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the walls up. And obviously at the beginning of the build of the video, I showed you guys the, the look of it. Let me just show you it again from all of the different angles, in case you want to like recreate it or have like a proper look at where I place the windows and things like that. And I am playing with the version of the game that's on the EA app. I believe it's like the complete collection or something like that. So that's, I think, where these like umbrellas and things like that come from, because as far as I remember, I never saw them in the normal old version of the game that I had. Also, like these couches and things like that, I think they're from that as well as the pinball machine, I believe, is from like the complete collection. But yeah, that is basically it for this build, you guys. But yeah, that is it for this build. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit all over the place, and it's obviously a little bit different, playing the Sims 1 or showing a Sims 1 build instead of like Sims 2 or Sims 4 like I would usually do. I haven't done a Sims 2 build in ages. But I really enjoyed this. I built this a while ago and I really wanted to share it. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And if you have any other suggestions for Sims 1 builds that you would like to see, then definitely let me know. I enjoy doing community lot builds, especially in the Sims 1. So I definitely want to do some more of these like vacation builds, especially because, like I said, they're kind of like my favorite part of this, especially with this pack. Like, you guys can see that little like shark person walking around with the kids, like a little mascot. Each area has their own little mascot as well that will show up on lots and things like that, and there's just a bunch of fun activities and things like that to do. So yeah, I definitely want to do some more vacation builds, and I want to get back to some Sims 2 builds as well. I really miss the Sims 2, but I need to make sure that it works properly, because I uninstalled it a while ago and reinstalled the version from the EA app, and I haven't opened it since. So I need to make sure that all my mods and CC and things like that works, but that is something for another day. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, cannot download it unless you know of a way for me to upload tray files or save files or something for you to download it. Then if that is possible, let me know. Otherwise, you will just have to make do, unfortunately, with just the view of the build as it is now. But still, I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you're all having a great day and a great week, and I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.